Hi everyone, this is Zach Breeding, aka Mr. Cook It, and today we're going to talk about using a knife. Because knives are sharp, and sharp knives can cause injuries. I've had my fair share myself. So the way you hold a knife is you want to take the handle portion, and these two fingers that you would like pinch a baby with, you pinch the tip of the handle on the blade. That gives you control of the blade. You don't want the blade to be swinging around all over the place. So you want to make sure the blade is going where you want it to go. The next thing is to have a good firm grip with the other three fingers, on the handle. That allows you to maneuver it where you want it to go. Making sure your knife is sharp is super important. The way you can tell whether it's sharp is not by testing your finger and cutting yourself, but actually by using your finger and swiping your finger along the blade. If it feels rough to you, it probably needs to be sharpened. If it feels smooth, but kind of dangerous, it's probably good. Okay, so we're gonna cut a bell pepper today. This is a yellow bell pepper. Before you use the knife, you wanna make sure that you're holding the vegetable or whatever you're cutting with a claw. So the tips of your fingers are going to hit it on the top, and the thumb is gonna be behind it. That way you're keeping it in place so it doesn't roll around on you. You don't want that. You're going to push the knife blade up against this portion of your fingers. So cut the top off, and then from here you can get your fingers in there and just pry out the middle. It's super easy, and there it is. Now we have our pepper. Again, we're going to use the claw, go right down the middle. Then you can put the tip of your knife down, again, holding in the claw formation and letting the knife rest against that first knuckle, and just rock down, and rock down, and rock down. Move the pepper along with you. Don't move the knife. The knife will cut you, the pepper will not. And there we have just some slices. No big deal. Easy, and I'm not cut. This one we're going to chop it. Again, resting the knife up against the first knuckle, and there we go. So, once you have your slices that are this big, you pile them up into a little bunch. From here, you want to use these two fingers, the thumb and the pinky, to hold the bunch together, and the remaining three fingers up against the knife. That'll help keep your bunch together, and you're going to chop. And we're chopping. We're rocking, and we're chopping. Now, from here we have, these would be small dice-sized pieces. So, mincing. I'm going to take the small chop-sized pieces that we already did, because that's what you want to mince with. Mincing is kind of a little bit more willy-nilly than the other methods, but the whole point is, remains the same with using the claw. So just hold the bunch together, use your same pinky and thumb, and just kind of rock through it easily with your knife. From there, you want to clean your knife, bring it all back together, and try again. Now what I'm doing here, I'm doing the rock motion that I was telling you about. I have these three fingers on this portion of the blade. I'm pushing down gently, and I'm moving up and down with my other hand. The blade, the tip of the blade, where my three fingers are, is not leaving the cutting board. My thumb is completely out of the way. My pinky is right next to my other three fingers, even though it's not touching the blade. Because you don't want either of those fingers to get caught underneath the knife and for it to come off. We don't want to chop off our fingers. And we don't want to end up with four fingers like a Simpson. And our mince just looks like this. That is using a knife. Again, this should be an extension of your hand, and this should be out of the way as much as possible, but be your guide into whatever you're cutting. If you're left-handed, it's the opposite, but it's the same. If you want to subscribe to my YouTube page, it's there below. If you want to find me on Facebook, it's facebook.com/Mr. Cook It, and my Twitter name is Mr. Cook_it. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and we'll talk to you soon.